Hey, I'm Andy. Welcome to Namaste at Home Yoga. This practice is more of a balance focused practice. We're going to be doing a lot of feeling, moving, engaging to help stabilize, help find our center as you move through this practice. So you can grab your mat, find some space, and make your way into a comfortable seat. We'll get started. Coming into the breath first today, get really tall through the spine. Allow the hands to rest where they're comfortable. Allow the gaze to get soft or maybe eyes closed. And feeling where the breath is moving so far. Just on its own, automatic. Is it really filling the lungs? Are you feeling fueled? Or is there room to create a little bit more depth there? Let's start to deepen that, inhaling to fill through the belly, fill through the chest. Exhale, let the chest fall and belly falls. Inhale, fills through the belly, fills the chest. Exhale, chest and belly. Find a few more of those. Just go at your pace, finding the edges of your deepest breaths. If there is a focus you'd like to bring to the front of your mind, to really have close to you during practice today, now is a great time to bring that in. Floating the hands through center, allowing the palms to press. If there's nothing in particular in mind for a focus today, my suggestion would be centered. You wanted to bring that as an I am statement. Sometimes those can feel really powerful. That is, I am centered. You can start to drop the chin down towards the chest, softly opening the eyes if they're closed. We'll find our way into our tabletop. Warming up a little bit. Let's send the hips back towards the heels. Take a quick child's pose. Allowing the chest to melt, heavy forehead to find its way to the mat, or maybe two stacked hands. Noticing right away if you start to lean over towards one side or the other here. Evening that out a little bit. Let's walk the hands over towards the right side of the mat. Stack them palm over palm. Use your exhales to start sending the hips back and away. Creating gentle space through the left side body. Allowing the neck to stay long, crown of the head reaches. Hands can find their way over to the left side of the mat now. Once more, stacking palm over palm. Exhale, send the hips back and away. Drawing a little bit of space through the rib cages, through the side. And find your way back through center. Come on back up to a tabletop. And moving through whatever's feeling good for you today. That might be a couple of cat-cows moving with the breath. That might be a little bit of side to side movement. Do whatever you need to. Find just a little bit of movement. Slow, steady breath as you're going. Don't worry too much about matching it up right now. Seeing what feels good here. This is a really great way just to do an easy check-in. What the body wants to do, how it wants to move. Get really strong through that core. Belly button draws in towards the spine, crown of the head, again long, reaching forward, tailbone reaching back. We'll plant down strong through the hands and knees, extend through the left arm, right leg. Back toes may come to touch, they may come to a hover. Moving with the breath now as you exhale, knee finds its way to elbow. Inhale to extend. Exhale, pull that in, knee to elbow. Exhale, extend, get long, one more. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend. And finding your way back to the mat, we'll reset for our second side. When you're ready, right arm, left leg, reaching out. Finding that balance first, little adjustments as we need to, dialing in through that core. And then as you exhale, start to draw that elbow to knee. Inhale, extend out. Exhale, pull through center. Extend. One more, moving at your pace. Finding that length and extension and making our way back down to the mat. Excellent. We'll tuck those toes, keeping that core strong. Press up to a hover, knees just coming an inch or two above your mat. Strong through the arms as they press your mat away from you. Next, exhale, sends those hips up and back, taking a down dog. Of course, find a moment to pedal it out or weight shift however you need. Tendency in a down dog is to really shift forward into the hands. We want to transfer as much of the weight as we can back into the feet. So to do that, bend the knees as much as you need to settle in. Allowing the chest to sink a little bit closer to thighs with each exhale. Finding that balance in this specific posture. Wonderful. Find an inhale, right leg goes high. Bending through that knee. You're going to kick over towards the opposite wall, so right hip stacks over left. Feeling that change to balance. Do we need to press more through the hands, more through the foot to help stay grounded? Wonderful. With an exhale, you can step that leg through between the hands. Drop the back knee and tuck the toes, pressing through to lift through the chest. Maybe arms come overhead. Finding a gentle stretch through the left hip flexor. If you're not quite feeling that, think about dropping down through the tailbone as the hips melt forwards. Excellent. We're going to send the hands back alongside the hips. Start to lean forward. Crown of the head reaches towards the front of the room. Shoulder blades tuck back and down. And tuck the back toes. Strong through the core, strong through the legs. Let's lift the knee. Get really high on those toes for runner's lunge. Checking that our front knee is over top of our ankle. Pulling the right hip back, the left hip forward. If you're craving more of a challenge here, maybe the arms start to sweep forward. I kind of run out of room here, but it is an option. Exhale. exhale, hands can frame the foot. Drop the back knee. Now rock your weight back for a moment. Step your right leg out to the side. For demonstration's sake, I'll spin so it's a little bit easier to see here. So we're into a half kneeling position, half extended, that heel is dropped. Right hand finds that right leg. We're going to inhale, left arm high. Exhale, small side bend. This one is called the gate pose. Really nice side opening. You might feel that through all kinds of areas through the legs as well, adductors, hamstrings. If this is too much on the shoulder, feel free to tuck that hand behind the head. You might be a little bit wobbly here, that's all right. You can always come back to it if we slip out of something. Inhale, come back through center. You can step that foot back between the hands. Frame, find your down dog. Moving into our second side, left leg is gonna inhale left. Find that bend to kick open towards the opposite wall. Three-legged dog. Feeling that pressure through both hands equally. Through all four corners of the foot or wherever it's touching. And then an exhale starts to step that leg through between the hands. Low lunge first, back knee drops, toes untuck. Inhale to lift chest, arm sweep. Finding a few breaths to settle in, opening through the front of the right hip this time. Again, checking in that your left knee is stacked over your left ankle. That heel is down and grounded. You're probably in a good spot. Beautiful. Next exhale sends the arms back alongside the hips, leaning forward through the chest, through the crown of the head. Stay really strong through the core here. Elbows, shoulder blades rather, tuck back towards each other. A little bit of a squeeze. Back toes tuck. Pressing, get grounded, lifting through really strong. Crown of the head reaching forward high on those back toes. Here we go, runner's lunge. So strong. Core is really fired up. Belly is hovering just above the thigh. With your next exhale, go ahead, frame your foot. Come on back down, dropping the knee. Opening up for gate pose. Second side. So hips are stacking over a knee that's landed. Opposite leg is coming out to the side, toes reach towards the sky. Left hand finds the left leg as we inhale, right arm to sky. Exhale, finding your side bend. Creating space, but also keeping fired up through that core, even with the legs, almost like you're squeezing them together. I am strong. I am balanced, and I am centered. I'm not just telling you that about me, that's for you to hear. For you to say to yourself, remind yourself, we're capable of so much more than we think we are. Inhale brings you back up. Exhale, release that down. We'll frame the foot once more. Stepping forward, this time forward folds. Just ragdolling here. Generous bend to the knees. Let the head go. Give it a bit of a shake, a little bit of a nod. If the mind has been getting busy, this is a nice space to let those thoughts pass by and just fall away right into your mat, dissipating. Start to walk the hands over towards the right side of the mat, maybe the right leg, wherever is reachable. allowing the head to stay heavy, noticing how this affects the pressure on the feet. Can we even that out once more? Walk it through center, over to the left side of the mat or left leg. Same thing on this side. Where do we feel that little shift? We still feel balanced. Can we even that out? If not, that's okay. Just checking in. Come back through center, bend through the knees. Inhale, roll up, head last. Warm up a little bit more through a couple of flows. Finding an inhale to sweep the arms open, get broad through the chest. Exhale, float through center. One more inhale, open up. Exhale, palms come through center, forward fold all the way down. Inhale, hands find the shins, half lift. Exhale, hands pull out, step back, down dog. Inhale, float forward, find your plank. As we exhale, dropping to the knees, untuck toes, lower chin and chest. Inhale draws us forward and up. Exhale, pressing back, down dog. Finding a couple of breaths here. Again, find that bend in the knees. Let the chest start to sink back. Checking in the upper body where we're feeling tightness, where we're feeling open. And then step, hop, or float back to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhaling to roll back up. Optional back bend as we take a big breath in here. Sweep those arms wide. Exhale, center. Inhale, open up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, hands find the shins, crown of the head reaches forward. Exhale, hands plant, step, hopper, float back to a plank. When you're ready, exhaling to the lower, knees, chin, chest. Inhale, draws you forward and up. Let the shoulders melt away from the ears. Meeting back, inner down dog. Getting grounded, press down through index fingers and thumbs. Think about inner rotating the thighs to widen the sit bones. Step, hop, or float back to the top of our mat, forward folds. Inhale, rolls you up. Next one sweeps those arms wide, optional back bend. Exhale, center. One more, inhale, open. Exhale, come on down. Finding an inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands plant, step on back, plank. Exhale to lower. Slow and controlled, core so strong. Inhale, lift. Exhale, press it back. Couple of reps to settle in. Are the heels able to get a little bit heavier now? Are the shoulders starting to feel a little bit more comfortable here? At least a micro bend to the knees, but a generous bend as needed. Elbow creases facing each other. Head relaxed. Beautiful. Take an inhale, step, hop, float back to the top. Roll it up, take your time. Arms sweep wide as we inhale, fill up those lungs. Exhale, hands float through center. Opening up to either side Tadasana or mountain pose. Let's check in with our balance here. Big toes come to touch, heels slightly apart. We're going to inhale, sweep the arms overhead, interlace the fingers, press the palms away from you. Get really high on your toes. Ooh. This might already feel a little bit of a balance challenge for you. If you're craving more, go ahead and close your eyes. Open, let that go, relax for a moment. Always a fun one to at least try. It doesn't always feel the best. That's normal, that's fine. Keeping the feet nice and close here. Inhale, sweep those arms back up. Interlace fingers, release index. Get really tall as you breathe in. Exhale, reaching up and over to one side, hips bumping the opposite way. Finding that opening in the side body as we did through our gate pose. See if we can start to open through the top shoulder. Maybe gaze lifts up and past those arms. Shoulders are in a fan here. Feel free to drop one down the leg. Strong through the feet, press through center. And exhale sends you the other way, second side. Again, here really opening through the shoulder. Use your inhales, moving with the breath. Gaze can lift. And you can feel free to drop and check in with the feet. Are we fairly even, left to right, front to back? Centered. Inhale, come through center. Over the next few breaths, we'll start to send the hips back and down as well into your invisible chair. Rocking the weight back into heels, so toes stay light, playing with our balance. Think about drawing in through that core, tailbone drops towards the earth. The natural curve to the spine remaining. Use a couple more. Can we come a little lower? Nice job. Next, inhale, come all the way back up. Again, catch the hips. Shifting the weight over into the right foot. We're going to open the left toes towards the left side. Sliding that foot in towards the ankle, setting up for a tree. You might stay here today. Finding that really grounded right foot in this case. And nice tall spine. If it's available, maybe that foot starts to lift. Finding the inner calf, the upper inner thigh of the right leg. Just avoiding pressing right on the knee joint. Get active through the hips, outer edges, opening that knee to the side. Feeling rooted down, grounded through the right foot. And start to play with the arms a bit here if it feels good. Hands might come through center. Maybe they find their way overhead, out to sides. If you want to make up your own arms here, I highly encourage it. Be whatever kind of tree you need to be today. Not even that you need to be whatever tree you want to be. And imagine those branches growing out all around you. So strong. Inhale to draw that knee forward, hands come through center. Exhale, bring it back. Pardon me, back down to your mat. Again, weight shift over into your left foot. Right knee opens up towards the side. Draw that heel in to tap the opposite ankle or start to lift, finding inner calf or inner thigh. Once you're settled, find that focus point. Staying strong. All four corners of your foot pressing down. And where do the arms take us this time? Inhale inhales help you grow taller, grow stronger. Exhales keep you grounded. Roots finding their way into your mat, into the floor. If you fall out, absolutely no stress. Come on back whenever you're ready. We gotcha. For 2 more. So excellent. Inhale, brings you back through center. Exhale and go ahead, find your mat. Take an inhale, sweep those arms overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhaling, hands flat, step back, find your plank. Keeping balanced here. Fingers spread wide. Find an inhale, lifting the right leg a few inches off the ground. At any point during these planks, if you need to drop down to the opposite knee, you're more than welcome to. Moving at your own pace. Make this practice your own. Exhale, drop that down. Inhale, left leg, same thing. So fired up through that core. Arms are pressing the mat away from you, the earth away from you. Exhale, feet can find their way down. You can drop it to the knees, untuck toes, child's pose. You need a nice big sigh after that. This is an excellent time to take it. Letting some of that work go. Giving the forehead a little massage on the ground or on stacked hands. Where is our balance now? Where is our center? Are we starting to even things out a little bit or create some space? So far, so good. So let's keep things moving. Inhale through tabletop. Tuck the toes. Come on back to your down dog. And start to walk the hands back towards the feet this time. Bend the knees as much as you need. Inhale rolls you up. Sweeping arms wide as we inhale. Exhale through center. And catching hips. Alright, moving forward on the mat, let's step onto the right foot. Get high on your left toes. Tall through the crown of the head. Sending the arms back alongside the body, similar as we did in runner's lunge. Shoulder blades are tucking back in together. Finding a long line from the crown of the head out the back heel. As such, start to hinge forward here at the hips to toppling tree. Strong through that right leg. If you didn't know this about me already, I love wobbles and shakes in yoga classes. If you've got some going on, heck yeah, I love it. Square the hips, maybe left one drops slightly. Energize that back foot, toes pull back towards you. Heel pressing away. 3, 2, 1. As you inhale, come on up. Bring that left knee through towards the chest. Give it a little squeeze. Beautiful. Go ahead and release. Stepping forward on the left foot this time. Get high on those right toes. Take a moment to set up. Set the shoulder blades, palms facing the earth. Crown reaching. Hinging and moving with your own breath, your pace. Inhales keep us long, extending crown of the head, out that back heel. Exhales folding. Or to stay. So rooted through that left foot. Embrace the shake. We're getting strong here. Nice job. As you inhale, sweep it up. Knee finds its way through to chest. Give it a squeeze. Exhale, let it go. Feet back to the mat. So well done. Feet can come a little bit wider, toes turn out 45 degrees. Inhale, get really tall. As you exhale, hips are going to find their way back and down. Hands float through center. Here it's easy to start to let the chest melt forward, depending on where your legs want to push you. So I'll encourage you to use the elbows, use the strength of the hips to open a little bit. Through the legs, through the hips. Think about drawing the chest forward. Maybe you need to take a wider stance. If this is easier, take a narrower stance. If your heels are lifted, no stress. They might find their way down one day, but there's no rush. Yoga practice is way more about the process. No worries about that final destination. We are at exactly where we need to be today. Use the hands as you need to. Find your way down to a seated position. Coming just to a comfortable seat. Still going to make you work a little bit here. Opening up through the hips. Pick a leg, any leg. We'll do both sides. We'll bring it up towards us. This might be just a gentle cross for today. It may stay grounded or planted. If it's available, you can go ahead and cradle that leg up towards you. Maybe it's just grabbing for the ankle or foot today. Maybe we find that foot into one elbow, knee into the other, full cradle here. And if you started to lose that tall spine like I am here, take an inhale to find it again. Crown of the head, reaching up towards the sky. Sit bones are grounded. Maybe exhale, start to kick that foot into your opposite arm. Who knows, maybe one day it'll come to rest beside your opposite ear. Like I said, process, not destination, especially with something like this. No rush. As you exhale, releasing your grip or releasing that leg. Finding our way onto our second side, crossing that leg over the other one to let the hip open. Grabbing for ankle, cradling the leg wherever you need to be. Might be completely different from one side to the other. That's okay. Balance doesn't have to come on day 1. Even day 50, day 3000. We just take baby steps, working towards it. Tall through that spine. Nice. Finding some space. Exhale, gently release. Let's bring the foot soles to touch. Knees falling apart. The closer feet are in towards you, the more intense this one tends to be. So adjust distance as you need to. Can get tall here and activating through the outer edges of the hips first. Use that strength to start pressing outsides of knees down and towards the mat. Beautiful. Inhale to get tall. Exhale to stay or start to add that gentle lean forward, maybe a bit of a fold. Challenge that tall spine today though. Keep it active. Knees pressing in towards the earth. Core strong, but always breath stronger. Inhale, pulling you back through center. Exhale, releases the legs. Foot soles can find the mat. Keeping your tall spine. You're going to hear me say that a million times today and through all the practices. It's always so important. Again, plant the feet, start to lean back. Hands might catch backs of hamstrings. Maybe they float up in line with shoulders. Coming back till we find a balance point. Ooh, big shocker, balancing in a balance class. Core stays strong. Feet might stay touching, they might come to hover. Wherever you're at, whatever height your legs are, I'll invite you to try extending one a little bit more. Maybe it just lifts a bit, maybe it lifts a lot. Maybe inviting some shakes back. Let that one down, extend the other one, even things out. Wonderful. Feet can find the mat. Make your way forward. You can actually send those legs out behind you. We're going to find our stomachs. Making your way into a couple of different balance spots now, different kinds of balances altogether. We'll start by bringing hands under shoulders. Untuck the toes if they are tucked, so tops of feet press into your mat. As we inhale, we'll start to lift through head and chest. Hands come to a hover. Feet often want to lift here too, so let's engage with the legs, engage the glutes, press down through the tops of the feet. Higher for 3. Still breathing. 2. And 1. Come on down. Chin can find the mat as arms reach back, palms pressing into either side of the mat here. With an inhale, right leg finds its way high. Hips pressing down. Palms grounded. Exhale, let that go. When you're ready, left leg inhales high. Front body so grounded, so firm into your mat. Nicely done. Exhale, let that go. You're going to send the right arm out from the right shoulder, opening up a little bit. Keeping that arm in line with the shoulder, left hand plants. Left foot is going to reach up and over towards the opposite wall. Might come to touch. Allowing the head to rest. I'm just going to a space of some sensation, not overwhelming. Listen to what your body's telling you. Exhaling to come back through center, of course, evening out on our second side. The left arm is going to extend from the left shoulder. Right hand plants, right foot starts to reach up and over. Allowing yourself to settle in wherever the body will let you here. So solid in your mat. Slowing things down a little bit. Taking that next exhale to come back through center. You're going to send those arms back alongside the body once more. Coming into a bigger lift this time. It's going to be head, chest, arms, legs, pretty much everything except coming through our main core and our hips is going to come either get light on your mat or maybe it starts to lift. What I'd like you to do with the arms today is one of a couple options. Maybe we reach them back behind you like you're holding a beach ball. Maybe we grab for opposite, hands behind the low back, pressing palms together as we send the shoulders back and down away from the ears. Play around with those two options, see what feels best. Arms can find their way back, legs are zipping together, pick them right in close. With an inhale, lifting through head and chest. Exhale, legs lift as well. Finding locust. Strong through the back body. This is really nice to even out after boat pose from our seat. Palms start to open up if you're grasping like mine tend to. Maybe the other option is a better one for today. I'll let you figure that out, make the decision that's suiting your shoulders. You got one more breath here. Exhale, lower. You can rest the arms, however, give yourself a pillow if you'd like. Allow big toes to touch, heels to fall open. One ear or cheek can find the mat. Where is that breathing moving right now? As you inhale, what are you feeling pressing into the mat, into the earth? Evening out the neck. Go ahead and just switch sides. Other cheek or ear finds the mat. Coming back through center, hands find their way under shoulders. Core fires up to press through tabletop. And send the legs in front of you once more. And then grabbing onto your hamstring if you'd like, find your way onto your back. We're going to bring that left foot sole to plant. Right ankle crosses over the left knee. We'll set up for a figure four. And today this can stay grounded. We can start to add a bit of pressure out on the right knee. Or legs find their way in towards you, taking a couple of breaths, grabbing for the back of the hamstring. As you exhale, release any grips you might have. Foot can find the mat if it's lifted. Stay as you are with the right leg crossed. Open arms up to goalposts or to a T. We'll let those legs fall over towards the left side wall. Gentle twist here. If you'd like to find a little bit more, maybe that right knee starts to melt down as well. You can cross the right leg around left for more intensity still. Take any other variation that you might know that you like here, or play around with the legs. See where feels best. Next, inhale pulls you through center. Can release the right foot to the mat. The left ankle crossing over the right knee. Finding your variation of this figure four or thread the needle. If you're reaching through for that leg and shoulders are starting to find their way up or head is lifting, breathe into that. Use your exhales to melt the back body into your mat. Once again, with an exhale, wherever you have grips, let them go. Opening the arms up, start to let the knees fall towards the right side of the mat. Taking another variation if you'd prefer. Settling into a twist. Ringing out the rest of our practice today. And inhale floats you through center. You can release the legs out long. Find a really big breath in. Send the arms overhead. Sit the legs together. Yawn it out if you need. Full body stretch. And then tucking knees in towards the chest. Forehead to knees. Big exhale. Let the back body rest. Keep that squeeze. Maybe a little rock side to side. Gentle massage. And then rolling over onto one side or the other, finding your way back up to a comfortable seat. As you settle in here, allowing the eyes to close for a breath or so. I am centered. I am grounded. You can bring hands through, center. Chin gently tucks down to chest. If you had that focus in mind from before, come back to it now. Or just thank your body for trying some new things, for pushing its limits, finding its edges. Thank you so much for joining me for a balanced practice today. I hope you had as much fun as I did. We will see you again so soon. Namaste.